and that you're living in your greatest purpose. Let's make sure that everyone comes into the light. Peace, love, and divine light. Going to wait for more people to come into the live. Gather in, gather in. Gather into the live. As you are coming in, you can let us know where you're tuning in from. What city, what state, what continent. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and divine light, everyone. Grace from Europe. Hey, how are you, Grace? Robin, peace, Robin. Good to see you as well. Let's see, Denver, Colorado. I've heard some really good things about Colorado. Robin, good to see you. Good to see everyone on the live. Glad to see you. From Denmark, okay. Hey, Denmark, good to see you. Not hey, Denmark. Who's that? Savane. Okay. Good to see y'all. I'm gonna see, hopefully everyone is able to like the live and share the live so that way other people can get a chance to see the content as well, because y'all know how YouTube's algorithm is. So the more you like, the more you share, the more YouTube is like, yeah, this is something I think, other people might want to see, or this is content I think other people may want to learn about. So just as you are wanting to learn, there are people that want to learn, and YouTube, for some reason, they base how much they share the content with other people based on your interaction with the video. So with that being said, if you haven't gotten a chance to share the live or like the live, I encourage you to do so that other people may also benefit from the live as well. So it's good to see all of y'all. Oh, I'm so glad for all the hearts that you are sending. I only see one thumbs up though. Let's get those thumbs up and make sure that other people get a chance to see the live. Cynthia from South Africa. Let me see if I remember the greeting from South Africa. Sani Bonani. I think that's how you say it. Did I say that right, Cynthia? Sani Bonani? Yes, Haiti represented. So if y'all will allow me to just be myself, okay, allow me to be myself and represent myself. Yuki, you said spell something. Cynthia, you said that's correct. Okay. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, B-Bob. That's what a lot of people try to say. Yeah, we're not coming here with that kind of energy today. We are coming here with an empowered, energy to let y'all know a different side of Haiti Boyo Kiskeya that you didn't know about. Bet you didn't know that name either. You didn't know that Haiti had 3 names, did you? And it's not spelled Haiti. I'm wearing this hat because, of course, a lot of people spell it this way. That is not how you spell it. It's actually spelled Ayiti, Ayti. So Haiti Boyo Kiskeya is actually the name. Garza, good to see you. Welcome. Let's bring all sorts of positive vibrational energy up in here, y'all. And leave that other stuff out there. Okay? That stuff that, that's not going to raise our vibrations, that stuff that's not serving our highest good. Let's leave it out the chat, okay? I usually, well, not usually, sometimes I come in burning my incense. Today I didn't feel the need for it, I guess. I burned the incense already, so. Yeah, you okay, I see no baby here. That's right. Grown folks up in here. Grown folks up in the chat. That's all good. Okay, y'all, we've already been here for 6 minutes. So I was waiting for a lot more people to tune in. So now that you are tuned in, welcome. I'm going to say it again. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you truly are living in your greatest purpose. And I greet you with peace, love, and divine light. I've been inspired to do a live today. Hey, Peter. Oh, good to see you, Jason. So I've been inspired to do this live because, well, for different reasons. Okay, for different reasons. One of the first reasons is regarding something that I posted yesterday. And it had something to do with like economics and the conditions and things that are going on. And I was like, wait a minute. It's not cool to post something about what's the current state of, so-and-so, of different places without posting something about, okay, well, what can we do? What can you do? Okay. As someone who is chosen, just so you know that as someone who's chosen, you have options. Okay. You have options. You've always had options. And something struck and I was just like, wait, folks need to know what they get to do, right? What they get to do to be in a high vibrational state, to know that, although we're talking about not compromising ourselves, right? Okay, so just for some of you who did not get a chance to watch that video that I posted yesterday, I'm just going to give you a brief recap. It's basically about, I was inspired to do a video because I was watching something about this young man who was on a dating show, and on the dating show, he decided to pick someone. Okay, he decided to pick someone because this person, had money, right? And he didn't want to know anything about this person, not their background, not what they're about, whatever. He was just like, listen, if you bought it, I'm about it too. You have the money, let's go. And I was like, oh, okay. And then there was just some other stuff. Okay, so without rambling too much, I'm gonna just tell you, I was also inspired, to do the message regarding what I see as the current economic state of many people, and where my spirit guides are showing me where, things are going on an economic level, especially for those who are chosen, right? You have these powers that existed for a long time that now want many of you to be backed in a corner so that you don't have any choices, because their agenda is to be able to carry out whatever plan that they have. Okay. And so I connected that with the dating video. I was like, wait a minute, like a lot more people are going to be or are compromising their sense of self due to the economic conditions. And some of you may feel this already. If you don't feel this, if you don't see this already, these are some things that are projected to show up in the future, not so far. Okay, not so far future. And this corresponds to the energy that I am also channeling today, which is Zaka. In Haitian Vodun, Zaka, okay? Zaka is a family of energies and spirits that are responsible, that are considered to bring wealth. And I mean, all the laws really do. Yet zakat is connected to wealth, it's connected to working, especially. All right. And then my spirit guides were like, wait, what are we going to talk about? And spirit was just like, let's talk about going back to basics, because that's where we're heading anyway. So we are actually what you're witnessing right now, okay? And you're seeing a lot of different things happen on an economic level, which is also spiritual. I talk about this all the time. What you're seeing right now are the beginning stages of what is going to show up later. And many of you already see this. What you're going to be seeing more of is that people are going to be going back to basics. People are going to be going back to the natural. It's almost like Mother Nature is doing this thing, like whatever these folks are doing, to kind of like shift the energy of things. I feel like Mother Nature is already, 10,000 steps ahead. And Mother Nature is making it so that we bring our energies back to basics, back to nature. So what does that mean, and how does that connect with the energy of Zakah? Zakah is about nature. It's about connecting with nature. And it's also about connecting with the natural gifts that you have. The natural gifts that you were born with, which for many of you have laid dormant because it's really more so been about, okay, let me get this money. Let me see how it's like a hustle and bustle. For many of you, the jobs that you have are out of convenience and not so much because you like it. It's more so about, okay, let me do what is convenient in order for me to make a living, in order for me to pay my bills. Well, Mother Nature is doing some things, is stirring some things up. So just like it seems as if, the folks that used to have control are running things, that's not the case. Mother Nature has always been in control, and Mother Nature is in control now. And whatever is allowed to happen, it's allowed to happen in order for us to learn the importance of the natural. And what we are foreseeing in the very near future is that we are moving in the direction where we're going to be moving towards the natural, more natural. Okay, we're moving towards, in the exact wording that I'm getting is, we're moving back to basics. Okay, so those things that we thought were ancient, those skills that we thought were ancient, that we didn't want to learn how to do, how to take care of our own business instead of doing things out of convenience. If you notice, a lot of folks are learning how to, connect with basic skills, right? It's gonna come a time where that is going to be needed. And Mother Nature is calling for us to go back to basics. Learning how to do things on our own, learning how to work the land, learning how to, grow our own food, learning how to tap in and tune into the skills and the gifts that we have. Because many of us, we have these gifts, these powerful gifts that we're not even tapping into because we are working jobs out of convenience instead of really tuning into the gifts that we have. And so the direction that we're moving towards is the basics. You're moving in that direction. We are, as a collective energy, are moving towards the basics. And the basics, no one really knows exactly, what the ins and outs of that is. Yet it definitely requires that we have a closer connection with nature than we ever did before. That we learn to grow our own food, that we learn to tune in and tap into those gifts that we've been given. Some of you have these powerful gifts, like you have the gift of being able to like grow your own food. You have the gift of being able to produce X, Y, and Z, and you can create powerful businesses, and you haven't been tapping into those skills. And what you will see is that whatever direction that we're moving into, it's calling for us to tune in and tap into those basic skills. And this is why I keep hearing going back to basics, going back to connecting with nature. And this is part of what Zaka energy is about. Zaka is about learning the value of work, learning the value of working for what we seek, what we have, the value of being able to produce, connecting with nature. So that energy you're going to be seeing a lot more. And part of the reason why this live is important is because many of you may be feeling as if you're getting like restricted energetically, financially, okay? And more with, you know, certain things being taken away, jobs being taken away, being outsourced, moving overseas. Like there are a lot of people that are feeling this at this time. You know, a lot of people are feeling like their backs are against the wall. They're not sure what it is that they get to do in order to provide for themselves. Remember, you are someone who is chosen by spirit. Okay, you have a higher calling. So whatever it is that's happening out there, it's not meant to deteriorate you. It's meant to help you to grow. Okay, and it's also meant to help you to tune in and tap into the power that you have. Now, one of the things is that, do you really have the faith to know that whatever it is that's happening, that it's meant to help you grow? Because many of us, we tend to think that whatever is happening, you know, there's something or someone against us that is doing us wrong, instead of thinking that there are higher forces, greater forces at work here. Best believe, okay, the invisible, and I've said this before, the invisible forces that exist are always, okay, they're always ready and at hand, ready to assist and support you in what you need. So many of you have these skills that are laying dormant, that you haven't tapped into, that you haven't tuned into. So it's time to gather those skills, gather, you know, all the skills that you have, the gifts that you've been given. It's time to gather those skills and put them to use. And many of us may be complaining, or we may be concerned that there are some economic stuff that's this, that, and the third. And, you know, we kind of feel like there's a level of uncertainty. When you are someone who is chosen by your spirit guides to perform a certain task, the universe will move mountains for you to be able to do what it is that you've been called to do. Now, the question is, do you know that? Do you know that? And are you moving in that energy? Are you moving in that power? Knowing the power that you have and the connection that you have with your spirit guides. Are you using it? Are you using that power that you have? And it's time, if you haven't been using that power, that energy, okay, that connects you to your abundance, your wealth, it's time that we do that. And not rely so much on, okay, well, some of us may be thinking, well, things are not really going well economically. You know, things may not be going the way we'd want them to, or at least some of us, I'm going to say some of us, right? Some of us are more so relying on what we see in the media to determine what it is that we can and can't do. We're seeing whatever is happening in the media, and that is for some of us, not all of us, that's deterring us from moving forward in our goals and our purpose. It's almost like it's giving a sense of hopelessness that is not even necessary. And especially if you're someone who's chosen, that is so far removed from where you are meant to go. Don't buy into that illusion of lack that, that they're selling, that illusion that things have ended. Because you are someone who's chosen, things are just beginning for you. Okay? Whatever you're experiencing, the ending that you're seeing that is happening out there is the end to a system that is necessary to end in order for the new beginning to take place. Okay? So as a chosen seed, your new beginning is just around the corner. Okay? Your new beginning is just around the corner. Tap into those gifts. Tap into those ancestral like energies of how your ancestors used to do things. All right, working the land, growing your own food, making your own, designing your own. That energy and that spirit is not gone. It's more alive than ever. So don't buy into that energy that, that they're feeding you. Okay? Definitely make sure that you tune into your energy. So I said I was only going to be on here for about 20 minutes to help you connect with that Zaka energy, that energy of abundance, that energy of connecting and tuning in with earth energy. Let me see. Crystal, you said thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Yes, absolutely, Robin. It is key that we raise the vibration, raise the energy. That is how we're truly going to accomplish our goals, our tasks, and to stay focused on the prize that is ahead. All right. So I hope you receive this message and know that your new beginning awaits. Okay? And you have a lot of skills that you haven't tapped into yet. You have a lot of gifts that you haven't tapped into yet, and your energy and your spirit guides are calling for you to tune in and tap into those gifts. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and divine light. Thank you for joining the live today.